Can you see my screen?
Yes, Andrei, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was expecting for confirmation. I don't see you. So, as I had mentioned, we've been scouting the European Commission work program. This has been issued already in the past. We had the Horizon 2020, which is followed by Horizon Europe. What you have now on the screen, it's actually a breakdown of the whole Horizon Europe program between 2021-2027. Most of our scouting is located within pillar number 2, which are the research and innovation clusters. Some of them I can mention: digital industry and space, or climate, energy, and mobility, food and bioeconomy. You have also on the left side links to each of the work program that has been published. Why I keep mentioning work program is because using these work programs, all the open calls are based on this work program. So some of the work programs that are published in draft, some of them have been published and then publicly available. Based on the existing published one, we selected the calls that we thought they are interested. Now, because we are turning towards another cycle of calls, 2023-2024, a lot of our scouting has happened on the draft work programs for the 2023-2024 year. Also, what is new is that besides the work program focusing on each of these 6 clusters, there's a new opportunity within missions, and there are 5 missions, and then today we will focus on 2 of these 5 missions, and then we select several calls in there. But now going a little bit backwards, okay, adaptation to climate change. This is what we propose ourselves to look into it and then to identify the calls. How can you read actually the call? So simply on your screen, you have 2 examples. One example is about cluster number 4, which is from the digital industry and space. And you have there an indicative title, which is Horizon CL4 2023 Space 0111, and then the actual title of the call. So CL4 means cluster 4. I said, what does it mean? Then 2023, it means which work program year this call is going to be made available. So we'll start most probably in 2023, and then space is the destination of the cluster, and then in this case is destination number 5. If you want to find out more, and then if you want to find these calls, you can also use the SEDIS portal I will be mentioning, and it's also linked in towards the end of this presentation. What I put also on screen is how the missions, they can be identified within the same SEDIS portal of the Horizon Europe calls. Instead of having a CL4, you will have mentioned the keyword miss, which comes from mission. And then the same way we can read this call, Horizon mission. So it's basically the novel instruments for Horizon Europe. You have here also hyperlinked all the mission calls that have been so far identified for the cycle 2021-2022, but also 2023 and 2024 was made available. So we have also this one in our hands, and it's hyperlinked a little bit later. And in this case, the mission belongs to the program 2023, and the mission specifically that that this call is focusing is on the climate change, specifically adaptation to climate change. Support at least 150 European regions and communities to become climate resilient by 2030. And then you have obviously also the call of the title of the call. On the left, you have hyperlinked under the image the general presentation done by the European Commission about the mission, and also it's a link to your mission info days, where you can select which info days from which mission you would like to watch. There's also one for climate adaptation, so you can easily watch that one. Now, the adaptation to climate change mission 2021-2025, it plans to prepare Europe to deal with climate disruption, accelerate transformation to a climate resilient future. Some of these things already Zecher mentioned before, builds deep resilience by scaling up actionable solution, triggering societal transformation. The implementation plan is there for you to consult, why it's important to look at it, and also why read this implementation plan, because while writing the proposal, it's very important to align your outcome and objectives and the impact to the one specified in the call, but also with the implementation plan. Now, the forthcoming draft work program of this mission is hyperlinked at the bottom of the page, left bottom, forthcoming draft work program. So you can read there. If you think that we missed a call, or if you just want to consult by yourself, then you can access this draft work program, and then you will identify there the calls. Most of the calls that were identified here has not been yet published, so they'll be published probably towards the end of the year. What has been published so far, all the calls belonging to 2022. Very brief words. I'm not going to read everything that's in here, but I think it's also very important to mention here the EU Climate Adaptation Platform. So this is a platform that we set up by the Commission, and it's very important to specify that this platform actually takes a lot of information and takes stocks of a lot of research and innovation initiatives that comes at a different level, from European level, international level, to regional and local. And this is also done because each member state has to submit a climate adaptation plan, and this plan has to be implemented by each member state. So starting basically a lot of research and innovation can take stock of this national adaptation plan, and then align with these plans. And then if we are able to mark and then be aligned with the national adaptation plan, then definitely going to be a good player in winning this Horizon Europe calls. Now going to more detail, what you have now on screen, you have the list of calls that identify specific for this webinar. You have here with the light blue, they are the calls that they are still open. Actually, we didn't put any more calls for 2022 because already the deadline was on 26th of September. So we concentrated only on the calls that we open on 2023. We don't have yet a date for when they're going to open, but this is going to be soon. And then I think the calls will become available starting with February, maybe March. So these are the calls for 2022. For example, the one that I presented above, end-to-end Earth observation system and associated services. Then also you have different clusters, but also you have, for example, such calls can be also found within the EUSPA, which is European Space Agency, Space Program Agency, and then EUSPA also is able to inject and then offer funding through Horizon Europe program for new innovative projects. They can be either research and innovation action or innovation action. The difference between them, we can easily respond after the end during the one-to-one sessions. Also, you have from cluster 6, for example, the zero pollution. Also, you have coordination and support action project, which is the governance, but also we identify a PCP, which is pre-commercial procurement for end user services in the area of climate change adaptation and mitigation. So, for example, this would fit very well with what Zecher mentioned earlier, them focusing on the end user and then closest to the user from this point point of view are the information providers. So that can be a very interesting call. It's true that's opening in 2024, but it's always better to prepare and then find your partners earlier rather than late. And then the same course continues in the following page, focusing so for example, call climate-related tipping points starting on December 2022, April 2023. How we identify these calls? We don't do that by just guessing, but actually we look in the call text, and then if we identify and a reference is made to Copernicus program, which is European program, then definitely this is relevant for the space industry as well. And then a partner that would use space observation might be interesting for the consortia to be included. Now this page presents all the mission that we identify, and then they are relevant for the climate change adaptation and the climate change in general. So we identify 3 calls from the climate mission, and then 1 call from the smart cities. This is a new type of call being issued by the European Commission. Their main focus is actually to operationalize as much as possible research and innovation challenges. So they are here to complete the value chain of the space applications that are developed within the Horizon Europe, and they don't reach necessarily that fast to the market. So it's orienting towards the flagship project, the lighthouse projects, but also looking in really detailed application of digital twins, or for piloting, or for demonstration, and so on and so on. How we present the information for you within the open course dotSpace, as Remco mentioned earlier, we deliver constantly within our website. The moment we identify interesting calls, we within days we deliver a fact sheet where we present general information, what we know at this moment about this call. For example, what is the budget, how many projects there will be awarded, how much budget for each project, what kind of project it is, also what is the scope and what are the topics, and then maybe some other information about what country can participate, what kind of activities they are envisaged, and also the contact point for us for requesting for more information. What you have here on screen, there are 2 fact sheets, one for cluster 4, I think, and the other one for the mission on the cities, on smart cities. Now, Zecher also presented Icy Space as a partner. I'm definitely sure that Icy Space is also part of the space industry map of the Netherlands. dotSpace, ground station dotSpace, realized for the past 2 years a number of industry maps or ecosystem maps that we help companies from the Netherlands or public authorities, but also partners from other member states or international partners to get accustomed with space ecosystems within the Netherlands. And we did a similar exercise also for the Czech Republic. Why Czech Republic? I think it's an obvious choice because the European Space Program Agency is located in Czech Republic, and Czech Republic ecosystem, space ecosystem, is also becoming very alive. Further general information, I put here the link to the Dutch Enterprise Agency, RVO. RVO is committed to facilitate the application to European funding, and then through their advisors, only for Dutch organization, they will provide you advisorship regarding from reviewing your application and giving you advices with different contacts, or even regarding the impact that you might probably miss at the moment that you're writing your applications. I also mentioned before all the tender calls, regardless if they are part of Horizon Europe Cluster 4, Cluster 5, but also if they are under missions, they can be found within the European CEDIA platform. Now, sessions about the missions, cluster, and even how to write a proposal for the Horizon Europe grants, you can find in the link forwarded in this slide. And I think one of the final slides, it's about the previous and forthcoming events. We have the ongoing webinar today. There are 2 more, as Remco mentioned. There are the past webinars, and also I found it interesting specifically for this webinar to mention the Climate Adapt portal, where also the events related to climate adaptation, and you will find more information, tools, even a database related to climate adaptation. And then I listed here the events in October 22. I think this is a good start to look how you can actually make impact, starting from the member states level to regional, and then maybe to even European level. So that would be from my side. Remco?
Okay, thank you very much, Andrei. That was very comprehensive. That was a lot of information. There was lots of acronyms, lots of words that people may not be familiar with. What you did in your presentation is include hyperlinks to the individual calls, but also to pages where this all these things are explained. So again, you will get access to Andrei's presentation. Andrei mentioned very rightfully the events. We do have a good events tracker on our website where you will find all these events. So if you go to grantstation.space and then select events in the main menu, you will find a long list of upcoming events, not just the webinars that we organize ourselves, but also lots of industry events that I think are relevant to this and the other topics of the webinar. So please have a look there. If there's any questions for Andrei right now, please put them in the chat. I have one question, Andrei. You gave us lots of different ways to get involved in all these funding calls. How can GrantStation help people in the webinar to find each other, to find the right call, and to get writing on these proposals?
Well, GrantStation dotSpace, the foundation that we work, it's an open innovation platform. Also, we create, we do a lot of engagement with industry, but also with non-space industries. So we are able to bring together different communities, from public authorities to businesses to industry, but also we organize capacity building from training and master classes, focusing on different areas from innovation to now recently also we're looking to energy, but a lot of our trainings is about actually developing a business, but also how to look at the European call, or to apply to European call using a business canvas. Also ourselves, we are involved in many European projects, and we have a lot of experience in that. So we are here to help you interact with our partners. We have a huge network of partners and contacts that we are able to activate them. Also, Katya was here in our image. She's doing a fantastic work in maintaining together with you our LinkedIn page, where we also engage a lot with the community. And then I'm referring into also Copernicus community, to ESA communities, and so on and so on. So basically, we are here to broker and then to gather your ideas, help you to find the right partner, and also help you to streamline maybe your alignment with the calls that we identify. And then simply, if you want to ask us what calls would fit for me, then I think we can have a nice discussion in the breakout session.
Yep. Okay. Well, thank you for that, Andrei. And I should also mention our other partner in crime here in this initiative. The Netherlands Space Office is very interested, very motivated, and very supportive in helping European partners find Dutch partners in this case. And as we saw in Zeger's presentation, there's a lot of knowledge in the Dutch space and space data sector to help you fill gaps that you may not have in your organization.